Hello, hello. So, just doing a quick video on a reading about this ghost from the old Victorian house I'm about to move into. That manifested itself pretty quickly the other day when I was visiting, even though I didn't realize it at first. At first, I was alone in this big dining room and heard something drop, this kind of flop from behind. There was quite a bit of junk on the floor, and the only thing that made sense with the noise I heard was a deflated basketball on the floor, even though it had nowhere to fall from. Actually, nothing had anywhere to fall from. It was just this big room with nothing but junk on the floor. And I thought nothing of it at the time. It was only later in the basement, with my wife and me and the person showing us around, all three of us talking together, with no one else in the house, that something started scratching right above our heads from the floor above, which turned out to be the same basic location where I heard the deflated basketball flop sound. So here's the reading that came out of that event. So we have at the root of the reading the rooster man, a proud man, a man of power, of high social rank, leading into the snake scale, which seems to be weighing on the one hand the earthly realm, and on the other the heavenly realm, which made me think of the Egyptian weighing of the heart, where if the heart weighs too heavy on the scale, the deceased doesn't gain access to the higher realm. And then we have the young boy angel, which in a way complements the serpent scale. Basically, it's a tug of war between heaven and earth. The child wants to remain on earth and keep on playing, while the angel represents the higher calling, the more mature calling. And also the fact that the child is actually dribbling a basketball is quite fitting here. So then in the possible future, there's the coffin fox's tail, which is the inevitable transition to the next world, one that is bound to happen at some point. And it's gonna happen naturally, pretty much unconsciously, instinctively. And then intertwined around this first strand, we have, going back down to the root, the cat owl, the one who possesses night vision. Seeing in the dark means being capable of seeing what to most is hidden. So here we're entering into the deeper, more secretive part of the narrative, which leads into the knotted heart, the heart that's tangled up, the heart in pain, and then up into the book demon. There's probably here knowledge of very dark things, or perhaps the records of the past are filled with pain and trauma. Here the demon also seems to be writing with a stick into the book. It could be like some kind of inversion of the biblical saying that God writes the names of the elect in the book of life, meaning perhaps that access to the higher realms has up until now been denied. In other words, this could be a soul in some kind of purgatory kind of situation. So this leads into the dog woman, who seems to be the reason for his pain. She's probably his highest aim. The dog is man's best friend, always loyal. Now on the horizontal line, starting with the past, looking into the man's past, we have the scythe cat. Perhaps this was an aristocratic type of person whose life was cut short, cut in its prime, which might be another reason for his not being able to ascend. Although after going through the middle cards, we see him at the other end about to step into the firewood star, where he's stepping into a brand new life, a life of renewed potential, of yet unused energy. And then continuing on the woman's line, in her past, we see her with the winding road tree, zigzagging in and out, probably zigzagging in and out of his life, which is what seems to be causing his pain and anguish. And then we see her in what she's about to step into. She's stepping into a future, into that same tree, the one from the past, but this time more permanently. Perhaps if the tree is a family tree, this could mean that it could be, in her upcoming life, that she could be possibly a literal part of his family tree. The fox part seems to suggest that she could be somewhat of a trickster type in this scenario. Anyway, a cunning type at the very least, I would say. Okay, well, that's what I got for now. I guess I'll have to wait to see what unfolds later when I'm staying there. What kind of dreams I'll have and other probable real-life phenomena. And maybe more readings about it. Probably more readings about it. Definitely looking forward to getting more insights about this. Okay, well, until the next reading, have a good one.